Welcome back to the Red Line Podcast. It's Justin and Matt back, and we got special guest PJ here with us today.
How y'all doing, man? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, there was a big eventful week in the NFL world this week. Well, obviously, first and foremost, Andrew Luck retiring.
Oh, man, yeah, no.
It's
I know you have a big piece to add to this.
Yeah,
let me hear it.
It sucks to see him retire at such a young age. You know, he had a lot of promise coming to the league. Obviously, you know, number one overall. But the thing that makes me mad the most is just the Colts fans not even like giving them the respect
Booing him off the field.
Yeah, literally booing him off the field. And I can maybe 1% understand why they booed him. It's because it's like a couple weeks until the season starts. But that doesn't matter. The Colts didn't surround him with an offensive line for 6 out of the 7 years he was here, and he just got an offensive line this year. So
it was too late by then.
He's already banged up.
It took a surgery in Germany that took, 7-8 months. It took a surgery in Germany to get him back, and it even sidelined him for a year. It was too late at that point. Like, the guy didn't have an offensive line for 6 years. He got banged up. He got beat up. His health is more important than him as a player, and that's what happened.
Exactly, man. I totally agree. I feel like you said, it was classless. I think at the end of the day, you got to worry about his mental health.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys can play the game for so long and still maintain
that many times.
Exactly. Still, as a quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Still maintain the same person that he was.
Think about all the surgeries he had. That takes a toll mentally.
Exactly.
And it takes away, like he said, he was stuck in a cycle. Everything he said in that press conference.
Yeah, basically he was just saying, like,
it's there. You can see it.
It was just like injury or play through injury, rehab, like go through pain, repeat, like just run it back again.
Exactly, man. Like, I think you look at a lot of guys like Barry Sanders, you look at guys like Calvin Johnson. These guys were, you know what I'm saying, like perfect football players. Like, they're talented, you know what I'm saying? But like, it goes in depth with it. It's a mental thing, you know what I'm saying?
A guy like Robert
I think
you see his retirement speech just yesterday. It's like,
I mean, it wasn't a retirement speech.
Not retirement speech. You know what I mean? It was clear and whatever.
Yeah. But he was like tearing up.
Yeah, exactly what you mean. It's like he was in his bed crying after a Super Bowl win due to pain.
Yep.
It just showed, he said it. He wasn't having fun with the game. It was taken away from him. It's a mental thing at most points, and it's terrible like that it happens that way. But I feel like Andrew Luck, as much as physically it was mentally too.
Oh, exactly, man.
And I know you mentioned Barry Sanders. The thing about Barry Sanders was he knew what was going to happen to him if he kept playing the game. Like, Barry Sanders is probably one of the smartest players in history. He calculated how many hits it takes for you to just absolutely be messed up like Gronk was, like Andrew Luck is, if you play for the game that long. And he's one of the only smart players in history that knew when to retire.
I think that's why he was so respectable, just as a running back. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But one of the most annoying things actually about Barry Sanders is he has 99 rushing touchdowns. That
pisses me off. Couldn't hit the 100 mark.
100. But
we said on our account when that Andrew Luck video came out, I remember the first thing we put out said, "This is absolutely classless."
Yeah. How
can you boo a guy off the field after all he's been through, after all he's done for the franchise? How do you boo that guy off the field? You got to respect that he is a man before a player.
Exactly. I mean, you literally gave him TY, and that's it.
He gave his heart and his body to the damn Colts. Yeah. They booed him off the field.
I mean,
so true.
Jim Irsay is one of the worst owners I've ever seen. Who was their coach before?
Chuck
Pagano. Chuck Pagano is the worst coach I've ever seen.
Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher's pretty bad.
Look at Jeff. Just a little bit.
All right.
Look at Jeff Fisher. Look at Jeff Fisher. Look at the Jeff Fisher Rams with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, that team minus Brandon Cooks. Look at them, and then look at them the year after with Sean McVay. It's like night and day. It's crazy. Jeff Fisher is the worst coach.
Overrated.
I mean, to be fair, Chuck Pagano did take his entire offensive line and put it on the other side of the field and let the center snap to like a wide receiver against the Patriots. It was one of the stupidest calls I've ever seen.
Apparently, they weren't supposed to snap it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was some. It's literally Chuck Pagano being retarded. Like,
all right,
no one's gonna get over that.
Like, it's easy. It's like the worst play I've ever seen. But regardless,
Andrew left everything on the field for the Colts. He brought them AFC Championship game. People had them having a shot to make it back this year. He was a top 5 quarterback when healthy. He was a beast. And to boo that man off the field, that I lost a lot of respect for Colts fans.
Yeah.
A lot.
It was almost as bad as like the Raptors clapping when KD was injured and clapping him off the court.
It's like, it blows my mind how you can boo that man off the field. I just don't understand it.
I feel like it's a selfish act.
It is.
More than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have some respect for the guy. The guy played for you guys most of his career, if not all his career.
Yeah, all of his career.
I saw, kind of like on topic but off topic, I saw this thing on Instagram. It was like Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. And it was like, to think you guys had these two quarterbacks for 20 years and only had one ring.
And then I saw another one that Brady has better stats than them combined. It was something, I forget what it was. It was Brady.
It couldn't have been combined.
It was playoff stats. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, playoff stats.
Combined playoff stats. His was better. Obviously not combined. Peyton Manning. Obviously 500 and something touchdowns.
Yeah.
Not that
stupid.
way. But Andrew Luck, he finished with 23,671 passing yards.
He had the second most touchdowns in the span he played for any quarterback ever. Like the second most touchdowns in like the span of
171
years.
passing touchdowns, an 89.5 passer rating. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler, a comeback player of the year, which further proves he left his heart on the field.
Yeah.
And he was 53-33 as a starter.
And he did it with 6 out of the 7 years without an offensive line.
Not to mention, he led one of the most unbelievable comebacks behind the 28-3 comeback against the Chiefs in that wild card game. One of the craziest comebacks I've ever seen. All respect to Andrew Luck, and that's why we gave him a tribute video.
That's right. Go check it on Instagram.
Salute to Andrew.
Redline Sports 617. That's the plug, baby.
Sir.
But in other news, Lamar Miller also went down with a torn ACL.
Yep. I mean, it was honestly, I'm not surprised. It was bound to happen. You know, he's been riddled with injuries the past couple of years. You know,
not a torn ACL.
I don't know, not a torn ACL, but like he's been riddled with injuries, and that offensive line is terrible. I just didn't see him going through the season regardless of the ACL.
It sucks that Lamar Miller goes down now.
Yeah.
They just lost form, and they did trade for Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
But I think Lamar Miller is more of a runner than Duke Johnson is. Duke Johnson's not a running. He's more of a receiving back.
Any running back on the Texans will do terrible because of that offensive line.
But Lamar Miller was good. He could run the ball.
He was good. He's definitely a good talent.
And now they should trade for Melvin Gordon.
Low key.
Not even low key. They should just do it.
I mean,
what would they for Jadeveon Clowney?
Throwing Clowney in like a.
Honestly, they probably do a
second round pick. Maybe a first round pick and Clowney.
Oh no, I would not do a Clowney and a first rounder for Melvin Gordon because it's a run. Because the thing is, like I know Melvin Gordon's good.
I don't think Clowney wants to play there. So what? You'd rather just let Clowney walk and get nothing from him? Or would you rather walk out with Melvin Gordon?
Maybe like a second or third rounder. But
I said second round first. I think first.
Yeah.
I said second round before I said first
because
round.
if
first round's a little bit of a stretch. I understand that.
Yeah. Because if you're giving Clowney, like, that's literally, like, 2 first-round picks. Because Clowney's a first-round pick.
No, exactly, man. I think, like, dude, too, like, you look at, like, Duke Johnson. I mean, can he step up? Can he be that leader? I mean, he did play for Cleveland. He did produce as much as he could.
He did produce, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said,
the Houston... he played in Cleveland, he didn't do that bad.
Well, for sure, man. But like I said...
He played in the dog days of Cleveland.
Yeah. the 0-16 Cleveland.
Exactly.
Like I said, man, I think he could, fill in for, a dude like Lamar Miller, and I feel like the Houston Texans won't do as bad.
Now I'm wishing they kept Foreman because I really wish I could have saw what Foreman did.
Dante Foreman, yeah.
I really wish I could have seen that, but hey, I mean, I hope Duke Johnson steps up. I picked him up in a fantasy league.
Awesome.
Speaking of Jadeveon Clowney, where do you guys think he's gonna land if he does get traded?
All right, so at first I saw there was like a tweet that there was no market for him. I think that's bullshit.
No, there was a report like 2 teams were looking at him, and one of the teams was almost definite Miami, and I guess there was a report.
I've seen so much saying like, oh, he's going here, he's going there. Personally, I have no clue where he's gonna end up.
There was a report that it was like he was gonna go to Miami, and I think it was like the Texans were asking for like too much for him or something like that, or like Miami was giving too little, something like that. But
don't go to Miami. Don't go to Miami, man.
He's not over there, man. It's his son.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Jadeveon Clowney, if he was gonna go anywhere, he'd probably want to go there because, like, I don't know if he's worried about the football, if he's worried about the life.
Well, like I said, you got to worry about the dude's ego.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the NFL and the NBA is
I don't know if it might turn into the NBA. Like the NFL's slowly turning into the NBA. Like
It's people look for the NFL. They look for those winning franchises. Like you don't automatically just go to that. Just go live, play somewhere because you want to live there.
Yeah.
You don't go there for geographical location.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go there for winning.
Yeah.
That's one thing about the NFL that is a lot
That separates
very
it off from the
respectable.
NBA.
That separates itself from other places. Is people want to go to those winning franchises. They don't want to go to like Miami just to live there.
And why I like football so much is, why I love the Patriots so much is because like you don't really see them get big free agents ever. I mean, Stephon Gilmore is the anomaly, but like it's all from the ground up. Like it's all drafted players, like even late rounders, like second and beyond. I'm pretty sure there was one point where, like I think it was before Sony Michel. It was like for 3 years straight. There was not one first round pick on the starting offensive lineup, which is crazy. Like not one first round pick because Gronk was a second round pick.
Yep.
Brady obviously a seventh.
Yep. Nah, man. Like I said, I think it's the coaching staff that has a major role in like the guys that they pick. You know what I'm saying? You look at a lot of guys that step up because of what they built. I mean, I've heard a couple of articles before, like about Tom Brady, how he doesn't get that superstar treatment. You know what I'm saying? That he steps on the field.
He doesn't. That is a whole nother thing I can get into about his whole contract shenanigans.
Oh, yeah,
I can
man.
get into that. But I choose not to.
Yeah, we might discuss
Actually,
that later.
I will get into this. Finish your point, and I'll get into this.
Yes,
for sure, man. Like I said, like they don't give Brady superstar treatment everywhere he goes, whether it's on Jimmy Fallon or other talk shows. He gets the superstar treatment. So it's like one of those things that it's a respectable thing when it comes to Patriots because they don't look at all guys as this is like a superstar or
because if that happens, then you turn like into Antonio Brown.
Exactly, cocky player. So. I think that's why we've had so much success, and that's why we are a dynasty as is.
And I think, I don't know, I have so many points going through my head I want to talk about. He said Le'Veon Bell. I'm not Antonio Brown. He said Antonio Brown. That made me think of Le'Veon Bell and how Le'Veon Bell set a precedent to the league. And look at Melvin Gordon and Zeke this year.
Yeah. It's a running back thing. It's a skill player thing.
Le'Veon Bell did this.
Yeah.
He started all this.
He started it. Zeke is now holding out. I mean, he got offered a contract to make him the second highest paid running back in the league. I don't know if he's going to take it or not. Melvin Gordon's holding out. Granted, Melvin Gordon's getting lowballed.
Yeah.
But he's still holding out.
I think they're lowballing him. I think what GMs are realizing now is that look at the Patriots. They're besides Sony Michel, all their running backs who have produced well, just late rounds. You can get I hate this illusion.
You're not just gonna let a guy like Melvin Gordon.
No, I understand that, but I hate this. I hate this illusion that people think you need to go high rounds to get running backs. You don't. There's plenty of running backs like James White. I think Deion Lewis was a late rounder if I'm not mistaken, right? Deion Lewis, like all these guys that have come into the Patriots organization that have got either been high picks and got low contracts, or they've just been late round picks and they produced very, very well. You can get running backs at any round, and I don't think the running back position is as important as people think. It really, at least in the NFL.
No,
in college, it's a different story.
It's pretty important.
You need a running back to gain yards, man. You need that guy.
Granted, the league is turning into a passing league,
but you can fight.
But you need a running back.
No, you need one, but you don't have to spend that much. When's the last time a Super Bowl championship team has had a running back making like $20 million a year? What stupid money? Almost never, except for when the Cowboys won back in the 80s.
But I don't think
90s.
when you have this type of guys like Zeke and like Melvin Gordon, Zeke's getting a lot. He got offered a big contract.
Yeah.
And I think he's just getting greedy. And he's a little pissed off of what Jerry Jones is saying, how he said Zeke when Tony Pollard started playing well.
Yeah.
And I get that, and I get Melvin Gordon is getting lowballed for his talent. He is totally
he's definitely getting lowballed.
They should offer him more money, but you need guys like that in the league. I disagree with the whole you don't need that type of running back. I think you do.
I'm not saying that you don't need that. But there's an illusion where you think you have to pay that type of run, that insane contract to a running back. You don't, because every other team that's won a Super Bowl, they've never paid, or almost 99% of the time, they don't pay that insane running back. And it's just it's a fact between every single Super Bowl team there's ever almost ever been. You don't see that high paid running back. There's good running backs, but running backs are replaceable because there's like an insane amount of them in the league that are just like really quality players. Like Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson is actually a really good running back, but he was on the Browns. He's not going to produce
a
that.
good receiving back. I need to see him run the ball a little more.
Yeah, but
I think they'll get it out of him. I think
he'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think he'll be what he was in Cleveland.
Yep.
If not a step up. That's what I don't think he'll be anything extreme.
And mind you, the offensive line has improved from coming from Cleveland and the Texans. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think it's equally as bad.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
It might even went down, to be honest.
Also, a touch on the running back thing. Philip Lindsay, undrafted. James Connors.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah. Connor, late rounds.
I guess you could use this. Like, they drafted Royce Freeman. The Broncos.
Austin Eckler.
They draft Royce Freeman, and then Philip Lindsay takes over.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a committee. Philip Lindsay wasn't even supposed to make the roster.
Yeah.
Philip Lindsay was supposed to be cut.
And then they realized he was good.
They took him on the last cuts. They took him onto the team, and he dominated the carries. Dominated. He was a Pro Bowler. He had an unbelievable season.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can see what you're saying. They are replaceable, even though you think he went undrafted. He was a Colorado kid. He went to Colorado, wanted to play. He could have went to Baltimore or Denver, and his parents wanted him to stay in Denver or Colorado rather, because he went to Colorado and he went to school in Colorado and was from Colorado.
Yeah.
So he stayed in Denver. Thank God he did, because he had a great year.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's another thing off topic. He is sleeping. Like, he's being slept on in fantasy. Absolutely slept on.
That's I keep seeing him like when I do mock drafts, it's like really late rounds. I'm just like, why is he so low? Like, didn't he blow up to the second half of the year?
Saying, he won't repeat what he did last year. He's giving me no reason to think why he wouldn't repeat what he did last year.
Yeah.
What is this, second year in the league?
Second year in the league.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's not like he comes off a knee injury or something. He had a wrist injury.
Yeah.
Like, I think it broke his wrist, but it's not a knee injury. It's not.
I mean, you got another arm to carry the ball. It's not like you lean both arms carry the ball.
I think he's gonna have another great year. But that was a little bit off topic.
Fine.
And the dude did rush over 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, and he was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. Was a Pro Bowler.
Colin Baker Mayfield in college.
Yeah,
he's a walk-on. But I think the next thing, David Andrews with blood clots in his his
lungs.
His lungs, something like that. We wish him a speedy recovery.
No telling how long he's gonna be out.
no telling how long he'll be out for.
And
it's a big blow to the O-line.
It's a terrible blow. He's such a difference maker.
Yeah.
He's one of the best centers in the game.
Yeah. But first and foremost, we wish he
gets well.
Yes, definitely, man, definitely.
First and foremost, your health.
I can only imagine.
Karras, a center. He's a guard turned center. Drafted in the 6th round. That's who they got at center right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw there was a video that popped up on on my Instagram feed. It was like Ted Karras on the switch from guard to center. I didn't get to listen to it, but I mean, this could be just a perfect example of the Patriots way if this turns out.
Yeah,
they turn a 6th round talent.
The thing I'm
not that he's gonna be like a David Andrews.
For the past couple of years, I've never been too worried about the offensive line because of oh my god, why can't I think of the offensive line coach we have? I can't. But regardless, he trains up these guys like last year. Last year the offensive line was like, oh no, they're not gonna be able to block Brady. Who are they gonna have? We got Trent Brown, but he hasn't really proved anything, or at least at that time he didn't prove anything yet, and people were very worried. So I mean,
Scarnecchia.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off that I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself that I couldn't remember that.
Exhausted.
But Scarnecchia, he's probably the best offensive line coach in the league because he basically does what Bill Belichick does, but to that offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hope David Andrews get back quick. I hope Ted Karras can step up in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like we lost Nate Solder, I think, last year.
Yeah. Trent Brown comes in.
Yep, exactly.
Next guy up.
So it's like one of those things that, I hope for a speedy recovery for the guy. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to go through that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do have faith in the coaching staff of the Patriots specifically because you know what I'm saying, we've done this before. Like we've had guys come in and step up. So
we're not new to this.
No. All right, so I said I wanted to touch on this Brady thing. It's a little bit of an outdated topic.
Yeah.
The whole contract situation. So
Might
I'll
as
let
well.
you guys go first. And
with the Brady
with
stuff.
Brady's contract situation.
So my thing is that when Brady gets offered that contract, he's almost every time gonna take it,
No.
and
He's not happy about it.
He's not happy about it, but for so long he's dealt with the fact it's like, all right, I'm taking this low contract as long as it translates to wins, because that's all Brady cares about at the end of the day. Because like, you know, he even said himself, like, you know, my wife makes millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, you think I got to worry about money? But when Kraft, like at the end of the day, when Kraft offers him my contract, he's gonna say yes because he always does. And I think after this season, if he wins the Super Bowl again, I either see him.
He retires.
I think he retires.
If he wins the Super Bowl, I think he retires.
Which would kind of suck and kind of mess up the plan, because I don't think Stidham's going to be.
Kinda suck.
Very
you got
much
the
so.
greatest quarterback of all time walking about the game.
Because if he stays, even if he stays 1 year after this, we're going to draft a quarterback next year. Or if Brady, and honestly, I'm not even worried about next year either if Brady leaves, because we could just, like, I know this isn't the Bill Belichick way of tanking, but you could tank next year and get Trevor Lawrence. That's what I want. That's what I want to happen if Brady retires.
Stidham is playing unbelievable. I think they give Stidham a shot. But back to what you said.
Yeah.
If Brady walks away, that is a huge blow.
Yeah.
And obviously, he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to touch on that.
What about that kid, Jared Stidham?
Stidham?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we talking about
from Auburn.
Yeah.
He God forbid,
so he's
you know.
thrown for 500 yards this preseason. Granted, it's week 3.
Yep.
2 touchdowns.
And also,
no picks, but he should have had 1 against Tennessee or 2 against Tennessee.
Yeah, both of them should have been for pick 6.
He's playing well this preseason.
Yeah.
But again with that Stidham thing, I mean, I just don't think like we got to like get gassed up about Stidham, because I mean, you see what happened with Garoppolo. He looked fantastic with San Fran, and then he has the ACL tear, and now he's like very jumpy with
he
the.
didn't really look fantastic.
I mean, no. When he was,
I think Garoppolo getting that contract for starting 3 games in the NFL.
No, he went 5-0 his last 5 games, and like when he went to San Fran.
Regardless, I don't think he proved enough to be paid that much.
No, he definitely didn't. I think they paid him way too soon, because the thing is you have another year on his contract. You could just what was it? You can franchise him, get him for 1 more year, see what he does, and then you offer him a contract.
I'm not really high
now
on
you have
this year, to be honest.
Because now you have an ACL torn quarterback who's like went 0 for 6 in the and a pick in the preseason this year.
Is he? I'm like,
I
thought he was overpaid paid from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think he would have been kind of like a Nick Foles with the Eagles thing with the Pats. He looked really good with the Patriots. I'm not even like, I know it's like only like what, a game and a half or something. He looked really good.
Nick Foles and the Eagles. He was on the Eagles at first.
Mm-hmm.
He threw 7 touchdowns in the game against Oakland, but he was okay. They let him go. He signed with Kansas City as a backup. He almost retired.
Mm-hmm.
And it was his wife that talked him out, and he ended up going back to Philadelphia and getting that chance. So I can't compare him to a Nick Foles.
I'm comparing him to Nick Foles in the sense that he's only good inside the franchise. He's not
He was only mediocre at first, though.
Yeah, but when
if you want to compare him to the second chance Nick Foles.
Yeah, the second chance Nick. I'm not saying Nick Foles. You know what I mean. Like I don't think Nick Foles is gonna do anything outside of his home.
No shit, he's got nobody to throw in Jacksonville.
Well, that, and it's just like.
I mean, we'll have to see though. Because like I said, like Nick Foles stepped up to the plate, and like I said, you got a guy like Alshon Jeffrey. You got a couple other guys.
He has weapons in Philadelphia, but
yeah.
He has like Dante Moncrief, D.D. Westbrook.
Yeah.
D.D. Westbrook, I think he's gonna be good.
D.D. Westbrook.
I think he's gonna be really good.
I think he's gonna be pretty good.
That's about it.
But
yeah.
Outside of him, like Allen Robinson when he was.
I didn't think he needed much in Philadelphia though. Nick
No,
Foles?
he did it himself. He
Yeah.
did a great job.
I mean, he had Zach
Actually,
Ertz
if
and
Alshon
Alshon
Jeffrey,
Jeffrey.
I just combined them. If Alshon Jeffrey caught that ball or didn't tip it up, they would have beaten the Saints. He could have went to 2 Super Bowls. The Eagles fucked up bad taking Wentz over Foles, in my opinion.
Giving him that fat of a contract. Too.
In my opinion, I would have taken Foles over Wentz.
Yeah.
I think Wentz had that one big year, and I think everyone kind of like fell into the trap. I don't know about Wentz. I don't know if he's all about that.
Especially after the injury too, unless he wants to just purely become a pocket passer. But I don't see him developing.
I do want to offer my input on this whole Brady contract.
All right, yeah, you keep saying that, and you're like, off top. You just say it.
He has 1,000,000% of the right to be pissed off about it.
100%.
100%. He's been the highest paid quarterback once in his career. One
Isn't that
time.
crazy? He's the greatest of all time.
He's
Yeah.
the greatest of all time.
Well, that's why he's the greatest of all time, because he sacrifices
No,
the
he's
pay.
the greatest of all time because he's won 6 Super Bowls.
Well, no,
No,
no.
you want to go to the stats
No,
thing too,
no,
man?
no.
You want to talk about stats
I'm
as well?
saying stats. Yeah, come on, PJ.
No, I'm saying that's why, because other quarterbacks will worry about the money. He only worries about the win. That's my point. Like he won't take the contract. He won't take the big contract. He'll sacrifice for the team, and that's one of the reasons.
He's
why
a humble
the
guy,
greatest.
man. He's a humble guy. Respectable guy,
Yeah.
too.
He's
For
a great,
that.
but the reason he's the greatest of all time because of what he's achieved. He's won 6 Super Bowls.
No, I'm just saying that's the same. One of the reasons. That
All
he's the
right,
greatest of all time.
I'm getting back into this. He's been lowballed his whole career, right? And he's the greatest of all time.
Correct.
How does that not piss you? You don't think Brady knows that he's the greatest of all time? Come on.
No. He knows. He knows it. He knows it.
He has every right to be pissed off about it.
I'm not saying he doesn't have every right to be pissed off. I'm just saying at the end of the day, Tom is gonna accept the contract, or either that, or he's just
want
gonna
to accept it.
No, he doesn't want
Okay,
to.
well,
He doesn't want to, but he's
I
going
get it.
to because he wants to
If
win.
he didn't like the contract, why'd you sign it? I get that, but he has the right to be pissed off.
100%. But the only thing I have to say about it is the
only thing I have to say about it is if you don't like the contract, why'd you sign it? That's what I gotta say.
because he knows it's like he wants to win. That's the only thing. At the end of the day, the thing that comes over everything else, because about everything else for Brady is winning. If he can get all the money in the world and lose,
the Patriots chiefed him again.
No, he did. He definitely got lowballed. I'm not saying he didn't get lowballed. He definitely got lowballed, and I'm just saying
Not even
he's
that, they
going
pretty
to
much
accept it every single time.
Gave him a 1 year. That's it.
The 2 years void after the 1
That's
year.
another thing. Right,
Yeah.
They paid him for 1 year. They also snuck that on him.
Yeah.
Like,
They didn't sneak it on. He knew what he was accepting. He
You
knew
gave
it.
him 2 years, but it's really only 1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The 2 years automatically void after this year, which
And
is
he should
like
be pissed
I
off.
don't know what was that happening. I don't know.
That whole thing confused me. Contracts confused me.
Yeah, because when we posted on Instagram, it was like I posted like a 3-year extension because that's what it looked like, and then I looked closer into it.
It
was like, and then I looked, I looked between between the lines, and I was like, oh yeah, the 2 years void after. I was like, what the hell? That's like, what's the point of even saying that?
They chiefed him once again. So maybe he'll have some fire. Well, pissed off Brady is the best Brady.
Yeah.
So
I kind
Pittsburgh
of
Steelers.
I kind of wish they released Hoyer just because I like.
Hoyer didn't play at all in the week.
Yeah, Hoyer didn't play at all. It was only and I like that.
Brady and Stidham.
I love that because Brady, when we drafted Garoppolo, basically it was just the voice in his ear, I know Brady has freaking voices in his ears, basically motivating him literally off of nothing. You're the greatest of all time. He just has something to motivate him.
He does,
and it's basically just he's like, hey Tom, I'm coming for your job, and then goes to wins the MVP. Literally, he wins the MVP and wins the Super Bowl. Literally the year Garoppolo was drafted.
I mean,
I like the
dudes,
motivation.
man.
So I
He's
do have
one of those dudes, man.
Yeah.
I do have a question for PJ. I got your input earlier.
Yeah.
If
What's up,
Brady
man?
wins the Super Bowl, does he retire?
Man, it's not the fact that is he, it's the fact that should he. I mean,
Yeah.
Here's the thing: when quarterbacks get up there in age, they retire for either their health, or they want to go with their family, or they just don't get on their offer or another try at it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Brady's health obviously is a non-factor. The TB12 method. I
Yeah.
don't think Brady has that family appeal. That I'm gonna leave because I want to be with my my wife
Family.
and kids.
Well, I mean, that's what
That's the thing about him is like most quarterbacks are like, oh, like I'm gonna go hang out with my family.
Well, no, but the whole thing last offseason was like the reason he didn't show up to OTAs and stuff
And
is
he
because
did
he,
again this year.
he was literally hanging out with his family.
Exactly,
that's why.
Yeah, he does in the off season.
Yeah.
But it's like most of the time they're like, all right, yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go hang out with my family.
Yeah.
I feel like Brady doesn't have that. I think he's gonna go until he can't. But if he retires, if he does win a Super Bowl this year, I see him retiring.
Yeah. The thing is with Brady, like, if he has another miraculous year this year, I can't see it. Even if we win the Super Bowl, I can't see him retiring because he's basically just like, I'm gonna play until I can't, like, until I suck. Yeah. Basically, I'm gonna play until I suck. And him being his competitive self, I just don't see him retiring on top.
So I'm like torn in between. I'm torn when I talk about this because I think if he wins,
if he wins and he's like okay.
But if he wins, on the other side, nobody's stopping you. Why stop?
Yeah.
If nobody can beat you, why do you stop? Why don't you just keep winning?
No, exactly.
If you
just
are
like
still
completely
at the top of
release
your
yourself
game,
from the rest of the league,
and you are just still balling, still winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl, going to all these Super Bowls, why would you stop? That's another thing. That's why I'm so torn.
I mean, you look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre obviously wasn't on top, but like, it was more about the money with Brett Favre. Like Favre retired, and then he like, where did he go after Green Bay? He went to Vikings, and then basically he was just like, I'm just gonna keep doing this for like a couple of years after. He's like, oh yeah, how much you said a backup was? Oh yeah, $2 million. Oh yeah, I'll take that. Oh, how much you say a practice team was? What is it like? Oh, like 900K. Oh yeah, I'll do that too. It's easy money for quarterbacks like that, and that's the same thing with like Brian Horn.
Brady's a lot different.
No, Brady's a lot different, but
Brady,
like,
and it's this whole thing. People's like, oh, Brady might leave because he's selling his house, looking for a house in New Jersey.
I don't see Brady leaving.
Brady will never play a game in another uniform. No. Aside from number 12 in the Patriots.
This is coming from a Broncos fan, by the way.
Yeah, never. It just won't happen.
Yeah. I seeing him in any other jersey is just like,
it'd be weird.
I saw
weird,
some
man.
tweet. It was like, oh, it's been interesting to see how Titans coach Mike Vrabel and Tom Brady have interacted. They won a damn Super Bowl together.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They're friends. Like, what the hell?
It's like if what's it called?
It's like, you not have a friend?
Yeah, I know.
What, Mike Vrabel? Mike Vrabel and Tom Brady, they were buddy. Yeah, they won a damn Super Bowl together. They were teammates. No shit.
I mean, it's literally like if Danny Amendola just started interacting with like Gerard Mayo on the sideline, because Gerard Mayo's a coach. He's like, oh, look at them.
Oh,
like,
Danny Amendola's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming like, no, they're chilling, bro.
Get out of here. Vrabel and Brady won a damn Super Bowl together. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that was even out there.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to do all that, though. You know how it is,
man.
Brady going to Tennessee.
Whoever said that didn't do their research. Oh. Tennessee's all set, man. They got Ryan Tannehill and Marcus Mariota. That's a dynasty.
Hey, man, Mariota's
first team
to
run two quarterbacks.
I think the reason they got Tannehill is because they're not sure if
Mariota would step up.
I honestly think they should start trying Tannehill at wide receiver because he's just not a quarterback. I'm sorry.
Tannehill's not a receiver either.
No, he was a receiver.
No, I know. Texas A&M, but he's not a receiver anymore.
Not anymore, is it?
He's not a receiver anymore, man. I think them days are over, man.
I mean, they tried when we got Tim Tebow for the Patriots. Like we basically put him at tight end. It's like you're not being a quarterback, but you could be a tight end.
And the thing is, we try to versatile Tim Tebow a little bit, but you know things don't really.
I mean, sometimes it clicks and sometimes it don't. I mean, Julian Edelman was like one in a couple hundred chance you're gonna hit on a quarterback that ends up being a receiver.
Danny Etling.
Yeah, his ass got cut.
See you later, alligator.
I saw kind of on topic but off topic. I saw him on Madden and he was labeled as a wide receiver. Guess what his overall was?
What?
44.
Oh man,
they gave man no respect that wide receiver.
You guys tried to face the franchise yet?
Yeah, I've tried.
Man, it's pretty dope. You guys win the whole thing.
All right, so this is really off topic. This is how we'll close it out here.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll get a little Madden talk.
This is how we'll close it out. So the rest of the real life stuff is gone. We'll close it out with some Madden here.
Yeah.
So I get drafted to the Dolphins. I'm like, I'm gonna tear shit up at Brian Flores. Go. So I'm having an MVP year, and every single time my offense we score or we punt. All right, I don't ever punt. I always.
Yeah,
punt.
I hate punting.
But they make you punt it. So every time we turn it over, or give them the ball, they go down and get points.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Yeah.
3 or 7. And for some weird reason, my kicker can never hit a field goal.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can be
That
on the
keeps happening to
15-yard
me,
line,
too.
and he'll miss.
That's why I just leave it on
What the
normal
hell?
speed,
So
bro.
one of the games,
I leave it on
one of
normal
the games,
speed, bro.
It was like 27-27. I got the ball to the 10-yard line. Called the timeout with 3 seconds. He missed the damn kick. It was against the Chiefs. And then they got the ball first, and Mahomes went down and scored, and we lost. I was bullshit. So I played out the year. I fought for a playoff spot. Didn't end up making it. I was like, all right, whatever. So I was like, all right, we'll see what contracts I can get. Turns out I simmed too far, and they made my guy retire after 1 year.
What? Oh, wow.
I guess if you don't take a contract, you have to retire.
Yep.
That's
So,
comedy.
I had to retire, and I started a new one just last night.
A
and
new
I got
chapter.
drafted to the Oakland Raiders.
I did too, man.
And I am
I got
Wow.
I got drafted to the
Antonio Brown,
Broncos.
seeing a receiver with the X Factor thing under him. Ooh,
Oh.
it's easy money. I just
I'm
throw
telling
it
you,
to
bro.
AB and he does it himself.
I'm telling you, man. Oakland's the wave, man. I'm telling you.
I got drafted by the Broncos. I like to use my tight end a
kinda
lot.
sick.
Yeah, I like using like tight ends attack a lot. Emmanuel Sanders, after 1 year, his overall goes down from like 86 to like 82, which
kinda
kind
ridiculous.
of annoys me.
Yeah.
Cause like then I have no more receivers after that, and then
Emmanuel Sanders.
I
I'm
honestly
like
my
5-1
second
right
year I had to kept throwing to Phillip Lindsay in the flats and just let him go.
I
That's
was
really all
pissed
I
because
could
I
do.
lost. I had 3rd and 1 and the ball. I was down by 1 point, and I was trying to go and win the game. It was
Yeah.
actually 4th and inches, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna let Dougie Martin give it a try. And he got stood up and we lost. I was bullshit. I tried.
You should have QB
And then
sneak.
after the game, he texts me and like it says, "Message from your frustrated running back." I said, "Get the fuck out of here!" I didn't even open it.
Yeah,
So,
that's comedy.
Hey, man. I
anyone
know.
else have a Madden input?
Hey, I got an
Wrap it
off-topic
up.
input, but what y'all? I'm about to show you some shoes, man. So, Bodega recently
Shoes, there we
collabed.
go.
Yeah, man. So Bodega recently collabed with New Balance. They came out with these shoes. It's just a concept, no release date, but they should be coming out with some info soon. So be on the lookout. Let me put these up right now. See what y'all boys think. It's called No Bad Days.
No bad
Yeah,
days.
No Bad Days,
I
man.
can't be wearing those shoes.
So it's these Johns right here. Definitely check it out. It should be on nicekicks.com.
Nice
So
kicks.
yeah, man.
They're not even bad.
That's
I
some
can't-
sweet
They're
kicks,
not,
I don't
man.
know.
I might have to leave my black Nikes. I'm not much of a sneaker guy.
Yeah.
Hey man, come down to foot action for me.
Yeah, bro.
Get
Turned out
the employee discount.
PJ we're here with works over at Foot Action. He's
Oh,
killing
yeah,
the
man.
sales over there.
For sure,
Killing
man. I'm
it.
telling you.
He's putting
Hey,
the
so I
company
sell
on
bands,
his
man.
back.
They
For
call
sure,
him, they
man.
call him Jordan Belfort.
Is that it? Anyone else have anything else?
I think that's it.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Hey man, like I said, man, definitely appreciate it. Thank you for Mullen and Turf for having me, man. For real.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you,
problem.
man.
Have you on anytime.
Well,
Sure.
thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Yes, sir.
Yep.